aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador, aka the Rikers Island Reporter. This is my new moniker, man. So, I realized that I never gave a detailed description of my very first day in general population, Rikers Island, and the rules that I was taught about how Rikers Island goes and what to be prepared for and what to expect, okay? So, without further ado, I'm gonna get into that. Hit that like button, man. Tap that bell so you can get more notifications from me, because I'm going crazy, man. I'm literally going crazy. But let's get to it. Okay, so look. 2008, I get into Rikers Island, okay? You know, they pat you down, they do that little search as soon as you walk in the building, before you really go into the building. So as soon as you get to the entrance, they leave you shackled for a little while, but you know, they search you, make sure you ain't bringing no contraband in the building or whatnot. Then they take you to intake. So the intake house was, I believe, Mod 4, Mod 1, something like that. But it's one house, mods, 50, 60 beds, full of dudes, some dudes who've been back before, most dudes is there for their first time. Like I said, I was in there for about 4 to 7 days, and I seen a lot of significant things happen, including I made a video about seeing Charlie Rock come in, and you know, they treated him like a king, and he was talking crazy. Police ain't do nothing. My first week on the island, I seen that, and I was like, wow, like who is this basically midget with no fear in his heart at all? You know what I'm saying? Of course, he from the Bronx. But so now I'm in there. Mind you, I'm in there with my co-defendant, which is Debonair Smooth Killer. Shout out to homie if you watching this video. Like I said, he my co-D. We caught the case outside of Wendy's. You know, we got into basically a brawl, and they tried to hit us with a gang assault charge. You know, it was me, him, and Payne little brother Day Day, who went to juvie at the time because he was juvenile age, right? So we in there, we chilling. We already make our mind up to hold each other down like we've been doing in the street. So it's basically just like that. Now, but this is our first day. So, first day come, I'm noticing that there's guys moving around in this house that have a lot more authority than everyone else who came and they have a bed. Because the guys who I'm talking about don't have no bed. Now, it was broken down to me that these dudes were SPAs. And SPAs are basically people who walk around other inmates and make sure nobody like slitting their wrists or trying to hang themselves or directly saying they're gonna harm other people, you know, stuff like that, right? So once I realized that, I run into my co-D from my first charge, my boy Sean from Vietnam, Park Ave, you know what I'm saying? Holla at my boy, you know what I'm saying? Sean, aka Diddy, who's my co-defendant from the first felony I ever caught as a youthful offender, which was a year and a half earlier than that, which was a robbery charge, right? Where we stuck up a kid outside of Concourse Village and whatnot. You know, they didn't find the weapon. We stuck this damn kid up for a cell phone and they caught us. I was 15 at the time. Sean was 16, so Sean went to the island for the first time. I went to Spofford, right? So I come home from Spofford. I think Sean makes bail or something like that. He comes home. He ends up going back. And if I'm wrong, it was about a year between me going to juvie and then going to Rikers Island. Because I came home on probation. I was home for a year. And then I went to Rikers Island. So either he came home and went back before I went to the island for the first time, or he stayed on the island. But I think he came home and went back. But anyways, I see him, right? I'm just minding my business, walking around, mingling, filling the place out, getting to know dudes, sizing dudes up. And I run into Sean. Sean like, yo, what up, bro? What's good? He like, yo, you here for the case we caught? I'm like, nah, I caught a new one. You know what I'm saying? Me, Dad, Day, blase, blase, blah, 1, 2, 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? Connect the dots, blase, blah. You feel me? So he like, yo, listen, this is the big leagues. This is gladiator school. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you ready for this. You know what I'm saying? We from the same hood, I don't want to hear you doing bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to do to be successful and maintain respect in here. I'm like, I bet. He like, okay, well look, you see these dudes around here, these is the SPAs, but don't get cool with none of them, all right? You only talking to me because you know me from the town. You don't know these dudes in here. Let me tell you what they here doing, all right? All these SPAs, they from other cribs. All these SPAs in here, they either run other cribs and they got the job to be an SPA in this house, or they on the team. Either way, they holding some type of respect, some type of fortitude. Don't talk to these dudes. Don't let them try to press you. You see what they doing to that guy over there? And then I watch, it's 2 of them. They pressing 2 smaller guys that look like co-defendants, and they telling them to go in their pockets and give them that number. I'm like, what number they asking for? They're like, yo, the PIN number to the phone calls. Once you give away your PIN number, they just gonna bang out on your phone calls, whatever you allow today, and use your collects if they want. You'll never be able to use your own phone again. You will have to snitch and then get a brand new PIN number, right? I'm like, I bet, cool. So, all right, cool. So I can't trust these niggas bet. I'm like, yo, listen, if they even try to press you for your PIN number, pop it off. Because either way, if you end up in a house and they recognize you, they're gonna remember that you didn't give up the PIN number, and they're gonna challenge you anyway. So if they try to press you for your PIN number, rock it off, all right? Now, luckily for me at that time, nobody asked me for my PIN number. Surprisingly, no SPA even came and tried to get to know me. So the whole time, I just had like a lens, and I'm just peeping the scene, and I'm like, okay, he pressing him. I'm like, all right, so what else is going on in here? He like, all right, so look, this is the situation, all right? Right now, the Millers, which is a blood set, they having a wave in here. So it's a lot of dudes that's running the cribs. It's a lot of dudes that's on the team. They blood, they Miller, you know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes is other things, but the most power right now is the Millers and also the YGs. And almost every single crib, a YG and a Miller is running it. I'm like, oh, all right, bet. Cool. He just telling me exactly everything that's going on. And I'm like, okay, cool. So Bloods and YGs running houses. Don't talk to the SPAs. Boom. He like, all right, cool. Look, this is another situation. Now, when you get in there, there's chairs. Now, this is if you really want to let your nuts hang, all right? I'm going to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? This ain't for everybody. Definitely not for nobody who fear getting jumped, because that's what's going to happen. And being that, Sean was neutral, like I was, he said, listen, if you really want to make a splash and you don't want to go under the radar, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, you don't got to be like me. I'm just telling you what I did. He said, yo, listen, go in there, pull a chair as soon as you go in the day room. Or go in there, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off, but get ready to shake, all right? Go in there, pull a chair, and if they running towards you, pick up that motherfucker and start swinging at that niggas, right? And just go to war. Thump. I'm like, yo, this man is a psychopath. I'm like, yo, you been through all that? He's like, nigga, more than once, you know what I'm saying? I'm at a point now where I ain't got to do that, you know what I'm saying? I go somewhere and somebody in there who respect my shit, they just gonna give me a chair, you know what I'm saying? Bing, bang, bing, boom. I'm like, all right, cool. And I know Sean, so I'm like, yo, bro not lying. Like, bro not lying. He about everything he say. I know him from the town. We robbed at least 20 people together. We caught a felony together. Bing, bang, boom, 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 bang, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. If I really want to make a splash, I'm going to pull a chair. But he like, yo, listen. Mostly gang members do that though. Like, you don't necessarily have to do that, but if you're not gonna pull a chair, this is what you gotta do. When you walk in, you're gonna see four iron steel tables nailed to the day room floor, right? Don't ever sit in the back. The back is for day room niggas. And this is the first time I heard what a day room nigga was, right? He explained it to me, you know what I'm saying? The dude that's day room is, you know what I'm saying, just a dude that's getting punked around, giving up all his phone calls, giving up his commissary, bing, bang, bing, boom, 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 right? I don't know why I'm saying bing, bang, bing too much. I've been watching Italian movies lately, so bear with me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But he like, that's how they gonna do you. If you go in there and you're not gonna pull a chair, what you need to do is stand up. Pick a wall, stand up. Don't go in the corner though. Don't go in the corner, because any situation I'm telling you to will lead to some type of violence. You don't want to be by yourself, backed up into a corner. They're going to spank you. They're going to kill you in there, right? I'm like, all right, cool, bet. He like, stand up in the back. And when you standing up, they're going to walk up to you. They're going to ask you what you bang, blah, 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 blah. And they're going to ask you if you're going to be a problem. Do you respect the program? Clearly you standing up, so that means you do not respect the program. So you go ahead and tell them you don't respect the program, and do not expect to be snuffed immediately, but I'm gonna tell you how they be moving, man. They gonna get you, man. Either the COs is with it, they gonna buzz your cell open, they gonna run down, and in that case, get you a couple bars of soaps, cold craft or whatever, handle your business, you know what I'm saying? Do that. You know what I'm saying? Just start swinging it around. It's probably going to be hard for you to make a shank so fast, you know what I'm saying? It ain't a lot of them around like that, you know what I'm saying? Because the materials to make it is gone. But if anything, you got your little green cup, because they give us a green cup. They give everybody a green cup, their own personal cup to drink out of. They're like, yo, listen, if you break that handle off that, it'll still be like some plastic that's kind of sharp. If you try to sharpen that, you could use that, you feel me? He's like, but listen, they're going to try to press you. So what you do is, you tell them you want to get a 1-on-14 spot, or you tell them you want a rocking spot in the front, and you handle it like that. Now, if they respect you, they'll let you get a 1-on. If not, they're going to jump you. But here's the thing. If you get jumped, don't snitch. Don't snitch. Don't make it hot unless you really want to get out of there. And if you really want to get out of there, you just wait for the warden to come. You pop it off when the warden come, and they're going to pack you up. But they really want to see if you're going to hold it down and you're going to snitch or not. You know what I'm saying? If you hold it down, you take your lumps and you give your lumps back, they will put you in a position to earn your respect. And then you just take it from there. You know what I'm saying? You have your rocking spot, or if you want to step it up and have a 1-on-1 fight for a chair, you could do that. Or if you really want to be Big Willie, you could say you want the crib. You know what I'm saying? You could say you want the crib. And that was all the information bro gave me. He gave me everything I needed to know. And from that point on, you know, like I said, that was my first week on Rikers Island. After that, I took the information that he gave me and I forged my own path, you know. I realized that the status of a chair, which they ended up taking like 6-7 months into me being in there anyway. They took chairs out of every house because the violence was getting too crazy for it. I realized that type of status wasn't for me, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to make a phone call when I want. I'm not giving you nothing, okay? You try to take anything away from me, it's gonna be met with brute force, and I'ma just mind my business, cause I'm not Blood, not Crip, not Latin King, not Patia. So what y'all doing is none of my business. Y'all wanna fight for some plastic chairs that you don't own? Knock yourself out, champ. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is this: don't start nothing, won't be nothing. And besides me getting into the extortion fact just to be down and show that I'm willing to be aggressive for the sake of maintaining a comfortable position in the crib. Besides me doing that, I basically, you know what I'm saying, minding my business, you know, like I'm a people person. It ain't a crib I ain't go to where the dudes on the crib and majority of the dudes on the team ain't respect me as a man, you know what I'm saying? And any other time, I either did what I did, like I had the other dude, I taught him how to beat up the other guy on the team with the claw crafts and all of that, or I would have a one-on with a dude, or, you know what I'm saying? I always just been a people person, you know, I always been a personal, likable person. So I had a bit of an easier time, you know what I'm saying, than a lot of dudes who may have went to Rikers Island. Also, you know what I'm saying, I come from a part of the Bronx that was well known and had already had dudes that was there before me who wasn't even there no more, that was highly respected. So, you know, I had an easier time. It wasn't easy. Like, I had to take my lumps. I had my nose busted, my lip busted, you know, knots in my forehead, you know, from getting jumped and losing one-on-one fights. Like, I took my loss, you know what I'm saying? One-on-one fights, I probably lost more one-on-one fights than I won, you feel me? Because most one-on-ones I had was somebody who was bigger than me trying to bully me. So I had to handle my business, and if I took a loss, I took a loss, but you're gonna respect me. You're gonna respect me, and that's just, it is what it is, you know? That's how that went. This is not to glorify Rikers Island, but this is educational purposes for all you knuckleheads out there that's still gonna do what you wanna do and gang bang and go to Rikers Island. This is for you, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be adolescents, because that's where I was at. If you go in OT, it's something different, you know? It's really about respect. It is easier for you to get jumped and met with even more brute force and get your face slashed 18 different ways and OTs with the adults, you know what I'm saying? But this is educational purposes, you know? But ultimately, this is to persuade young men not to go to jail, man.
Really the hottest nigga, you gon' respect this lava. I'm shooting it if I pull it, boy, make sure you want this drama. I bring it to you like it's Law and Order SVU. Turn you to a vegetable, now you look good inside a soup. Family come from Bishopville, but I grew up in that Bronx Zoo, where they shoot you dead in the street and then dance all on top of you, and I do what I gotta do.
Started. Please don't get me started.